So last time I started working on pause, I thought it would be like a simple, quick thing. We just set the time scale to 0. That's not what it was at all. It turned out to be such a huge problem. Um, I mean, like, yeah, I could set time scale to 0, and if you look back at the previous stream, like we set time scale to 0, and it seems like everything works, but there were so many hidden problems with that. Also, it complicated the ability to have like time stop also use the same pause system, because like then what am I those specific things can't use time scale anyway, because if like the player still needs to be able to jump around, I can't be setting the global time scale, so I have to have a set of listeners anyway. So yeah, the TLDR of this is that I had to rework that idea of I had to rework that simple solution of just setting time scale to 0, because it just wasn't good enough for what I wanted to do. And here, let me open up I'll zoom in for stream stuff. If I look at my pause manager here, I talked about this possibility last week as like a more robust system, and we do have a pause stack where like a stack was just made for this problem. So yeah, basically we have a stack of pause states where if somebody wants to pause and the pause is, we're either unpaused or the pause is greater than the current pause, we push something on the pause stack. If it has a duration, it'll tick down the duration of the thing on top of the pause stack. Its duration might be less than 0, which just means basically like stay paused until I tell you to unpause, in which case it won't tick down. But yeah, we need a lot more going on here to properly have those layers of pause. And then another problem with pause was invokes, where I could have like, for example, the burrowing boss that shoots spikes at you. He he's like just doing an invoke, like saying like shoot out a spike 0.3 seconds from now or something like that. Because that value is changing. Um, and if you got the command to shoot out that spike and then you paused, that timer would keep ticking. So yeah, I had to get rid of sort of most of my use of invokes and coroutines because they couldn't hook into this pause system. At least not in a straightforward way I could tell. And I basically just replaced it with this helper class called delayed action, where it's just all it's really doing is you give it a function pointer, or I guess an action, so you just call a function pointer, and then it holds a dictionary of parameters, or in the other case it's a parameter list. If you have parameter list, it doesn't need that dictionary, but in the parameter case, you have a matching between IDs and parameters, so that it's sort of like here in the base class, it has this tick function, so you call this tick function on update, and if it's not currently paused, so that was like the key thing here, being allowed to subscribe to a specific kind of pause. And if it's not paused, it doesn't decrement the timer. Or it does if it's not paused. And then it takes note of any timers that are expired, and then it removes them from the list and calls their whatever function pointer you passed me, whatever action. So yeah, I had to replace. It was especially prevalent in bosses. We had to replace use of invoke and coroutine with that delayed action class. So yeah, that's what I worked on offline in the past week. Pausing turned out to be much more of a can of worms than I expected. But the other thing I did was fine-tuning of the platforming and adding a little bit of polish there. There's still more to do on that front. I didn't get everything done I wanted to just because of the time spent on pausing was greater than expected. This is from last time. But yeah, it is a lot better. There are a few things that I already noticed that I liked. So yeah, it's coming together. This time, I'm gonna start with like just a little bit of bug hunting as usual, but then what I'm gonna be doing is adding the content for the woods level. So it's gonna go meadow, then woods. It's gonna be the second like quote unquote world. And we're gonna add some. We have the bee boss already. Is one of the first bosses we worked on, intended to be a boss of the woods. But there have been a lot of changes to the boss helper classes up to this point. So what we're going to head back over to our B-Boss, make sure it still works. If it doesn't work, just get it to the point where it basically runs. If it can run, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be hooked into the reward system yet, but let's just get it to the point where it can be tested and run with all the new classes and stuff. We get that done. We're going to start adding mushroom enemies because they're going to be a part of this mushroom boss. It's kind of like the rat boss equivalent of the woods area where rather than just staying alive, you have to ascend vertically, and there will be a growing amount of these projectile shooting mushrooms. I guess it is like also it's a slightly harder version of staying alive. So if we have the basic version of those mushroom enemies, and I don't think they should be that complicated, but assuming we get them, we can start working on the mushroom boss. So let's go ahead and get started with the bug hunting. Just because a lot to get in, I want to keep the progress going strong here. So we're going to jump around just one or two times. I can talk about some of the benefits, or not benefits, changes I made with regard to, oh, this is kind of loud. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. So now you got a particle trail all the time, and the particle trail is an indication of like how you're progressing with combo, where it'll get I might die. Oh no, I'm good. It will get, ooh, I hit on the edge there. That was not good. I have to investigate that. Let's make a note of that. Oh, there's some pause. I can pause actually now. So bug, ledge, grab, seam, messed up, overly strict, hit on corner, orbit. We got our leaf platforms that just pop down a little bit based on where the players aren't in on. That adds a little bit of niceness. And just the controls are tighter force-wise, how thing is being controlled. Time stop works on everything now, so I can see I can pause the burrower properly. His projectiles pause in mid-fall. They're on a timed life. That timed life is respecting that time pause. And we can stack this as well. So I can do like pause that, and then I do a system pause. And because it's using that like stack mechanism I described, it's remembering that there was like half a second less on that time stop or whatever. So if it wasn't doing that, when I unpause here, I would expect them to immediately fall, but see it restores the lost time and then they fall a short delay after. Yeah. And it's this like density of chickens I don't like. This is something I'm gonna look to fix in the next round of stuff. Alongside level design will be those slight tweaks to chickens and rats. And also what I'm as part of the level design work, I think we're going to put in walls. We're going to have our solid platforms like this mostly be coming out of walls. This I don't think this was possible before, because there just wasn't enough space. But as a part of the work we did 2 weeks ago to both like standardize the views and stretch them out a bit, there's a bit more space now. We might even like eke it out a little bit more if that turns out to be necessary. And while there is, I think, some problem of if you zoom out too much, then you lose the player. You know what I mean? It becomes harder to keep track of the player. But I think the movement trail all the time, the player glow we added, that's dumb, should help that as well. And also, I don't think the player and the tile map necessarily need to keep parity. So it could be the case that if I, how am I getting hit? I don't know if I'm just timing my dashes wrong and getting hit by the back shots, or if I'm unexpectedly getting hit on the body. I'll make sure I get this like exactly right here. Damn. Okay. No. Yeah. I was just facing it wrong. What else? Oh yeah, like I was saying, it might be the case that only the tiles get a bit smaller. Oh man, I keep getting hit by that. That's a little bit too punishing in its current state, I think. Let me add a note. It's like dash spacing is too tight. Need to be sure outgoing spikes are slightly delayed, and back spew needs to have delayed colliders or just more on offset. The idea is that it's like a question of proper dash spacing, right? Because if you dash too far, you get hit by his back spew. If you miss the dash, you're not even gonna get him, and you're gonna immediately get blasted by a spike. So you're really trying to hit a Goldilocks sweet spot of dash distance. And if you can do that every time, you will never get hit, pretty much. That's another change I made as a part of the platformer fine-tuning. Is there was an issue before where if you dashed while you weren't moving at all, it went a greater distance, weirdly and counterintuitively, than if you dashed while you were like initially moving a direction. Which once I noticed, it was like really frustrating, and it was really hard to track down in like the sea of a bunch of different components all interacting with forces. But that is fixed now. It is 100% consistent. They get the same distance every time. And I think that is just a result of not paying attention. See, my color and like lines are all messed up on my stream preview, but I'm not sure if that's true or just in the stream preview. Check on a different computer. Because I did see one of my archives the other day had like actually had those artifacts in the stream. So time stop works on stuff's physics now. It did not before. They used to fall to the ground, but it still doesn't prevent things from spawning. Oh, that was a perfect example of why we needed a more robust pause system. So there's actually 2 levels of delays going on in the like the shot attack, right? Where he's like landing, and at some point he'll decide like, oh, I want to do a shot attack like right now. And then it spawns the rats, and then they get delayed force. You could see like it was one da-da-da-da-da-da there, going one at a time type deal. And if in the less robust pause system, the invoke of the delayed force would take place when they're paused, and so they had like a kinematic rigid body and could not, what's the word I'm thinking of? Oh, so like there was, and the boss thought they had shot them, so like there was nothing else that was ever going to get them force, so they were just like hanging there waiting, ready to go. Easy game. Alright, we just gotta dodge. She's only gonna jump one more time. Just one last round of boys. Yeah, we're out of here. Almost died, but didn't. Alright, but I am seeing that weird color lininess on my other computer. So I gotta finish, well, I guess killing the boss is pretty much finishing all the content there is for now. So I'm gonna fall to my death here, and I'll double check my settings and then restart the stream here. Cause I don't know. I don't like all these color artifacts. Look at the burrow where it was very evident. It's like a color. Okay, yeah, I can see it. Cool. All right. I'll be back. This is a good test level. We're gonna go fiddle with our settings and restart streaming. Ah, I keep getting hit. I have changed something, I think, that makes the what's it called? The dash need to be much more precise. All right, I think my artifacts are gone. It seems like they are. I just basically wow, this is too quick. This is madness. How am I supposed to ever get in there? Boy, eruption way too quick on burrower. It's not even that late burrower. It's like this is like stage 3 or 4. Let's see if I can. Oh, I was gonna say let's see if I can get him, but absolutely not. Can make those quick edits in here really fast. I wonder if these are double hitting. Let me see something. I guess I have to hit him at least once for him to actually spawn those. Okay. Now when this spawns, pause. This seems like too many boys, right? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, this is more than the max of 16, isn't it? I didn't even include them all. What's up with that? Oh, I guess it's already in 12 to 17. Still, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, this seems like it's the result of a double shot. Oh, this is it, right? Oh no, this is right. Assuming this number is big enough. This number really high? Yeah, 4 to 6 seconds, 5 to 10 seconds. Yeah, I don't know. See if this is just getting called twice. Schedule. God. I wonder if there's a problem in delayed action where. Oh, dang it. Oh yeah. Exception. Oh, what are these layer dust particles? Huh. I'll look at that after this. Paw? Oh. Let's see. I am suspicious this might be immediately going on. Oh, it's gonna be spam to crap though. Yeah, there's really no way to. Yeah, it's yeah, unfortunately. Shoot decoy volley. Huh? See this. Oh, I have to get rid of this decrementing. It spamming the crap out of the console because there's so much stuff. Maybe we can get a story here. We see the schedule, but I don't see it. Search for it. No, yeah, I think it's getting slammed out by this. Okay, so he schedules at 20. $25. That's only 10. Maybe I'm missing. Maybe maybe it's only the first one? 23, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, that's still an appropriate amount. Okay. Let me try hitting him and see if it specifically doubled there. No, I mean, is it only the first one? I might be chasing ghosts here. Aw, that was a bad boss. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I grabbed some old dead particles. Maybe I just like I'm bad at counting, but it seems like those numbers are within expectations now. So let's just get rid of this. And I'm gonna just turn them down. And turn them up in the case of this. 7 to 10, we'll go 8 to 12. This is 3.9 is like madness. Or 2.9, I mean. We're gonna go to 375 as the minimum. If this is 6, we'll say 5. And 12 to 16. Alright, once we turn down that intensity, let's also turn on our Burrow Boss projectiles. Burrow Boss projectile. We're gonna give this a, there's like a delay, enable collider after delay. Maybe it already has one, is that why it's not? Why is that not adding? Am I dumb? What's happening here? I feel like I'm having a stroke here. I think there's something weird happening with Unity. See, I'm like trying to switch to the hurt box and it's not. Oh, yeah. Is that it? No, we're still not in it. Yeah, I see like nothing is updating. Oh, I'm gonna. That's because I was playing a game, I think. Gotta remember not to do that. All right. Oh yeah, there we go. Now there's 4 of them. Let's do an array. We're gonna make this an array because this guy has 2 colliders. Oh, actually, I guess I only want a certain collider. I only want the trigger. Maybe we just move it up. And then we say like this is, yeah, let's X on collider 0, generalize if desired. I think that's good over me. So yeah, we'll give this just a slight delay here. Let's use it. Invoke. You can't use an invoke. Doesn't respect pauses. Got a new late action. Enable component delayed. Equals new delayed action. Give it enable component. And on enemy pause, yes. We don't need to do this. We need to do this. I guess I need the ticket though. Okay. See, that's a nice example there of placing an invoke with a delayed action. Not that bad. I mean, it was annoying to think of and like template up, but in terms of integrating it, not so bad. And now you can see what the problem would be, right? Where if these projectiles came out, they're not supposed to be active yet because there's a grace period to make hitting this boss a little bit more reasonable. Then I pause the game. Their grace period gets used up because this invoke isn't checking if it's paused. So now that'll only tick down. The timer will only tick down in the case where the game is unpaused. And if you a burst of projectiles go out, you pause for 30 minutes and come back, they will still be in their little grace period window because they are only ticking when the game is actually running. Cool. So let's I almost want to like set it to a large value so I can be really sure it's working. Let's set it to 1 and then let's hop in. And then we'll put it back down to a reasonable value. If that hit me, but that would have been alive for a while. What these though? No, I'm being hit by the spike. Right? Maybe not. I don't think that's working. I need to... Seems like it should. Back in the game. Just pause and take a look at one of his projectiles here. Okay, yeah, it is disabled. I guess... Let me grab this down and try and hit myself with it and see if it works. It does. Why is that? think maybe it's my health. I think maybe damage player health on trigger enter. So I think because I still have a world collider, it's still gonna on trigger enter with the player's health, which is a trigger. So I either need to disable both colliders or split this up into more like sub-objects. That would work as well. Because then I could control their collision independently. Like the physical aspect of them, that's the player damaging aspect of them. I don't know. I'm just gonna start with the simpler solution that gets everything. Should just make this a Boolean. Oh, 1 second, I'm fixing my headphones. Alright. And then we just change this to a delayed action bool. Oh, it needs to be a delayed action 1. So it's just saying pass true to that function after this delay. Then that also means we can reuse it here to as false immediately on awake. See if that makes a difference. I think it should. It should not be triggering the player health trigger if it is not, doesn't have any collision enabled. All right, we got this tiny one. It must have just spawned, but it looks like it did not. Oh no, it's about to die. The opposite. Oh, interesting. Wait, is this just the initial burst? Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, if things that are about to die are moving to the right, that explains it. Okay, so now we have this guy with no collision at all. We're gonna bring him down to our player. Not hurt our player. We step. Oh, well, it's going the wrong way. Step. Step, 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 step. Yeah, I mean, maybe the delay is too long. Well, yeah, this was the testing delay. We can see it's now enabled. If we step again, our guy does get hit. Oh, hello, there, yeah, Shark. How's it going, man? We have been continually grinding away on this. But we are almost at, when I have the first 2 levels, plus level design and visual improvements, which I expect to be in like 2 to 3 weeks, that's when I'm gonna put up a version on the internet for feedback. So we're getting close. Anyway, we were just putting a delay on the particles this guy is spewing backwards. This is meant to protect his back to make you have to approach him from like jumping over the spikes angle. But it meant as they were just barely spawning, as you were getting your dash hit in, they could get you, and you would like not even see anything. So hopefully that is more consistent now. I still got hit there. Did I go too far? Did I get hit by a spike? Hard to say. Possible I addressed the problem, but not completely. So if I want to... Damn. Yeah, there we go. Jump over this. I can pause this one. Get it. Oh, I walked right through it, though. Got to dash back through it. Or jump. Yeah, the number of... like, eruption there seemed right. The spacing. Cool. Alright, yeah, I think we've made this more forgiving. I gotta... You know, ooh, I got not paying attention there. I gotta think of some good way to integrate combo into boss fights. I think I might just like tick it up over time as long as you don't get hit. So I would not be getting it here. It seems dumb that you can't get it at all. That seemed like a double schedule. I guess it could be possible for the decoy of the previous to still be scheduled the next. That's probably what the root of the bug is. Sorry to note of that. This is... I'm gonna put half fixed here. Now note that made back shot more forgiving with delay. Still need to adjust spike rise speed. Cool, so it's something, and then I'll add the note here that this is likely the result of a previously queued action firing alongside the action queued by what's damage to the boss. Need to cancel previous or no, I don't even think or. Just need to cancel previous. I don't have a way to cancel right now, but since I already have a system for keeping track of IDs, I don't see why that would be undoable. Anyway. I'm gonna... Got a little distracted there. Bug hunting been going on for a bit. Though I think we fixed the thing, so that's nice. But I'm just going to go through one last time real quick here. Last round looking for bugs, and then I'll get on to trying to fix up that B level. I think maybe the dash might be too far. But that's something I should revisit on like the level design question, I think. Because if I make it even wider, maybe this dash length is appropriate. With new types of platforms, it may or may not feel, oh, this is a bad time stop. May or may not feel too long anymore, basically. Yeah, things... I haven't noticed any bad... Oh, what was that? I was about, like, right as I'm in the middle of saying it. Yeah, it looks like I'm getting a weird grounded hit there. That's just a matter of increasing the ground eject distance, I believe. I don't think it's an actual state machine problem. I think it has to do with, I just adjusted the numbers on that one-way platform to make the, like the leaf, like the rope bridge type effect going on there look a little bit better. So I think just the previous testing, guess, and check values I had for grounded are just wrong now. They just need to be slightly longer. Alright, we got Burr again. See if we can get good spacing and not get hit. I froze time with the thing right there. Alright, good spacing, good spacing. I want to hit him in as much of the front as you can. Alright, good in the pattern. Oh, too close. See, but then you miss. Dang it. Got me on his spike right before he went down, I believe, there. Same deal there, I think. I should make I think it just needs to rise slower, basically. Got you that time, though. Because if it rises slower, that means you also get like a brief safe space, ouch, in front of the boss. That's basically what we want. We want like death being shot this way, death blocking your approach this way, but if you can get the dash distance, you land in a safe spot. Okay, we're in the 1-2-2 pattern now. And now? Ah, too far. Gotcha. Okay, that killed me pretty bad. 11 out of my 14 life, but I lived at least. And we are back around to the start. Cool. All right. So let's no more bugs to find. Oh, I guess that grounded thing. Let me just address that right now, and I'll make a note to be on the lookout for it. Let's just slightly increase our grounded radius, and this as well. Now let's just hop around a little bit to make sure nothing unexpected happens as a result of that. It's fine here. Spamming jump, we're not hitting any weird situation where we... Guess we should... This one is slightly more angled. The more angled it is, the more likely it is to be a problem for grounded, I think. I think it's good. At least I can't get it to happen again. Sometimes that's a false sense of security. I think you want to fall pretty hard. It is the specific bug that if you are falling pretty fast, might fall into the platform. Then if you have a buffered jump, here, let me, within the vine isn't, or the thorns aren't chasing me, I'll give like a really good example. All right, here's what we'll aim for. Go up like 1 or 2 more. Fall as hard as we can, and then last second, buffer jump. Okay, yeah. So if it didn't hit there, I think we're good. But the idea is that one frame where you fell really hard into the platform, you might like actually be nestled inside the platform a tiny bit and not bumped out yet by the physics stuff. So the buffer jump you requested doesn't go through because it thought it was blocked by a collision. By the way, that's why like sometimes I was commenting about, oh, like it feels like it ate my jump. Where'd my jump go? Apparently that's just due to not having jump buffering. Where the idea there is man, I just noticed I'm still getting weird visual artifacts. Slight like color bands and stuff, but can't really waste time in that. So we're just gonna plow forward. On the B boss, it does not even have its own level. It only has a test level, which means it probably is going to crash. So let's just see what happens. Resources, scenes, boss test B. Whoa. Oh, this isn't right. Ugh. So we have 178 crashes and growing. And it is the most washed out thing I've ever seen. God damn. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We are going to duplicate one of our later levels, rat boss. Rename it bboss since this is only using bboss test. Let's head over. We say we don't save. Oh my god, finally. Not getting blasted. But here, what we're gonna do, delete this arena. Well, maybe. We'll delete the tile map at least. Then we'll head back to our bboss test and grab. Is this the tile map? I guess so. I think that's what we want. Let's head back to our real one. Okay. So next, put this under decorations. Slightly bigger. I think this beehive. Then under this, under this, rename this tile map. Oh, well, that did not work. This has no physics, I guess? Yes. Is under player health for some reason. Bizarre. Should be, well, let's get out of play mode. Should be world. Alright, to start. We got bees up there as well. I might have to rework this arena, but I don't really want to do that right now. I just want to get this functioning as like a boss level. And I will either rework this next week or offline. Okay. Something wanted to, okay, yes, we need a level prefab object. So let's go to have a look at what those look like. Go to levels. So we have our burrow boss and our rat boss here. Let's duplicate rat boss. Let's instantiate it into the scene and then let's unlink it back. Now it's its own thing. Then let's see, this has this basic Rat King level script that kind of like defines the simplest stuff, the level name, whether or not it's a boss level, if you win, what like boss specific items you get offered in the end screen. So we're just gonna copy this, call it B boss level. We'll just use the same music. Call this Wasp Queen. Same stuff is fine. Again, we're not actually fine tuning this now. We're just gonna get it to compile. Okay, that spawned our rat boss though. Why is that? Probably because it has our rat king level instead of our e-boss level. Okay, did that make a difference? No, we're still getting rats. Because we have this rat boss controller, I think. get rid of that. Add a B-boss controller. This has a lot of static references. I'm just gonna add that as a bug. Back, let's dude, why are you doing this? We want that. Okay, B-boss. Fix arena. Make prefabs. By path rather than reference. Might have other things too. But for now, let's type orbit. Finder boy probably. Oh. Okay. We spawned our B-boss now. We can't hit it. Also, I don't know why the audio isn't working. That's not also something I'm not going to care about right now, but okay, it seems like its logic is like it's doing the things. So that's good. But let's see what some of these real crashes, non-sound crashes are. All right, we failed to get a level prefab. So it should just be B-boss level. Is that not what I named it? Seems like I did name it B-boss level. This scene is named B-boss. Oh, it has to be a prefab. Prefab might not be named that. Resources, fabs, levels. Oh yeah, it's called Rat Boss 1. Oh, because I never even made... Yeah, I forgot to do this. I made it in the scene, so I need to delete this. I have this in the scene. I want to set up all its stuff. Ceiling, this is a rat thing. These are all rat things. The next level trigger will keep. Right around there. But now we'll make it a new prefab. Okay, and now it should be spawned in. Which means we can delete it from the level. Try again. Okay, how's the... Alright, we are error free until he started moving around. Background animator has not been assigned. Okay. I don't know why this is like this. This is being... we're just gonna comment this out for now. Well, I changed my mind. We are gonna make this a part of the level object, just like the other thing had like particle systems and stuff. If this is what I want to use as like a way to send telegraph messages so that certain attacks are coming, it should just be a part of the level. Then we can reliably expect to find it. So let's go to levels. Open this up. Well, actually, we need to copy it first. So let's copy this. This up, paste it in, down. Now the B-boss level, it's just referring to something in its own object hierarchy. It can. Yeah, we'll stop and exit prefab mode. Try again. All right, we have crashed. Player dust particles. That's what we already knew about, though. None of these things are hitting us, and we can't hit the B-boss. Also, they probably need to move up to a different layer, and also the glow isn't working. All right, so I think all that has to do with collision layers. So let me take a look at that. Let's look at B. Let's go to the folder. Assets, resources, prefabs, enemies. Not enemies, it would be under bosses. B. Okay, yeah. Default is not the layer. Well, let's see. It's a composite object. All right, their damage collider. I believe we would just put on enemy health. Next up, this orbiter. Enemy body, no world seems correct. Knockback trigger, though, should be on enemy attack. We should change this to player health. Enemy attack. Player health. Okay, this is already on player health. Okay, and then let's add to our notes. Add dash break to Waller and shields. Update glow as appropriate. I don't think these will glow at all right now. Yeah, they just have this red thing around them, but like they out. Oh, well, that didn't work. Why didn't that work? They can still hit me. Oh, and I fell out the world. Okay. I think their main B Waller here needs enemy body. Oh, okay. You. Oh, you are enemy body in a world. Oh, it needs the enemy tag, I believe. I mean, I don't actually want Dash to be able to kill the yellow guys, but I expect it to. So, yeah, figure out why it's not. Still not. I can't hit the main lady either. My player body normal in here? Yeah, normal enough. E-boss. Oh, this should be boss, I guess. Oh, I see. So this is done by damage self, I guess. And what is the player dash collider? It's under player attack. Okay. So we need to switch this from. Where's that? Oh, damage collider, player attack. Is that also how this is working? No. Take a look at chickens. These have a. Doesn't seem like these have any special component. So I wonder why can't kill nothing is expecting pause at the moment. They can hit me, but I can't kill them. Oh, also the camera should not be following me. Can these guys hit me? Yeah. Oh, look at the lady here. Oh, why is... Well, I guess it doesn't matter that this isn't tagged as anything because it's more about, like, its health box, which is this. Which is under boss and enemy health. It's listening for player attack. Oh, it shouldn't have ignore, they're invulnerable. Let's try that change. I probably have to leave prefab view. Yeah. Okay, cool. We can get her again. We're almost there. Next question is, why can't I dash these guys, though? These guys also should be dashable. Guess they're not. Let me look at the player dash. What is that? How does it kill people? Destroy other on trigger enter. Looking for enemy. Oh, do you maybe need a destroyer? I think that might be it. Try adding a QI destroyer to this. I did that wrong. I'm finding it hard to isolate one of these guys now. We don't want the other. No, okay, that definitely did not get them. Oh, but this needs to be flagged as enemy. Okay, this is flagged as enemy, so this is a destroyer, which it does have already. So let's get rid of this. I guess maybe it's due to the disconnect between the trigger. Is that also the case in the chicken? I'm wondering if the chicken has 2 triggers. Okay, it does. Yeah, okay, that's what it is. Okay. So basically, these Bs, damn, I guess wrong. This object, the parent object, could be destroyed by the dash, but it has no collider, so it's firing on the child object, which doesn't have the appropriate tags and can't get them. Sorry about that. This guy already has one. Oh no, I already put it there. Yeah. Well, did I get him? Oh yeah, I can get him now. Okay, last but not least, we should put pause listeners on these guys. Okay. How does this move? Oh, it uses its own thing that probably has to have a pause listener. Unless you are a movement interface? No. Dang. I mean, I guess I can do private bool and paused. Private void on pause. No. Beat pause. Need this? I know. Not so bad. Also need to unsubscribe though. While we're here. Okay. So there's a graphics pause listener. He also needs, I guess he doesn't need a physics pause listener because he's moving by translation. This guy. Oh yeah, this we haven't added to this. So he moving by physics? No, he's also moving by circuit control, but we got that covered. Okay. Pop, 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 pop. I guess he also has this movement, so pause listener. Oh, also destroyer pause listener. Oh, that's the other guy. So we go back to our previous guy who makes sure those are all on that enemy. Okay. Waller as well. Physics, graphics. I don't think he actually needs physics because I believe, yeah, he's moving translation, so we'll use movement instead. I think this might cause enemy pause to make the like defenders offset from the queen. Check really quick. First we can check this. Did not work. Those guys are moving freely. Oh, I guess they're orbited to the queen and the queen is the only one who's moving. That makes me realize we did miss an graphics pause listener. They're still animating. Has graphics. Okay. And then on the B boss. Is it? Where is she? I have the eyes. Which one of these is the object? Oh, that's Sprite. It's up here. Okay, B boss needs timer, movement, and graphics. And we just leave it no enemy, no world. That means system only is what we want. Only if you hit escape for the boss. Boss don't get time stop. Which is the kind of flexibility we couldn't get by just setting time scale to 0. Okay, try that. Pause. Alright, yeah, she stopped. The particle system's going in the background, but that's expected. Our boys, they get paused, yep. And they get killed, yep. Next up, time stop. Okay, yeah, so they stop, but they follow her around. So that's cool. That's probably what I wanted. I just didn't think I would get it for free. I don't know what the deal with this camera movement is. I'll have to make a note of that. Arena camera follow should be disabled. I thought that was a part of boss levels, but I guess not. Yeah, so time stop pretty rad here, even though it doesn't stop the Bee Queen herself. And also, if she's at full shield, it doesn't really do anything. Like this, pretty difficult to get her on. I got her. Ooh, I fell though. I fell out of the world. Alright, well, ooh, that didn't take me back where I wanted it to. I want to try this level one more time because I just want to make sure that the Bee Queen can move during time stop. I think I saw it, but let's just be sure here. Okay, yeah, she can drag her time stop guys along with her, and then they just resume normally, so that's pretty cool. Okay. This is small. Okay, I think we're good here. We just want to try killing her, which should be easy considering none of these things have dash protection. Alright. Wow, she has a lot of hits. And I bet she is also using some invokes she shouldn't. I should add a note about that. I got clipped there still. One more hit here. Oh, she might get me. Oh, she did. But I also won. Did the green thing appear? That's all I care about. Yeah, it did. Okay, and it's not there by default, so that's what I wanted to check. Alright. Let me... the other note would be too long. Alright, what was the other thing I hit? Oh, I forget. Oh, right. Too long, need to reduce health. The other thing would be search for coroutines, invokes, and replace with delayed action. Cool. Alright, I think that counts as getting our D-Boss up and running. Okay, so next up would be Mushroom Boys. So let's see if we can find a test. Well, yeah, actually we can just use main as our test level. Spawn them right in. I think I have them somewhere. I don't know if I have my mushroom guys. Yeah, I don't have my mushroom guys handy. Somewhere. Like enemies in here. Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna bother. We're gonna use the placeholder burrower sprite. I guess for starters, I just want to make one that is a copy of the burrower, except it shoots a horizontal shot instead of a like a outward burst. So let's look at a burrower. Oh wait, let me add a note about that. Whatever that particle thing I was doing, that player change direction particles are hitting null. I don't know why the reason is, but it's not important right now. That's just a good thing to make a note of, so I know I'd get stuff like that fixed before I make an LKG. Okay. So burrowers. First, let's take a look at his burrower script. See if there's anything here. Okay, this is the thing. We're basically what we're on the lookout for is burrower specific, where ideally we want the ability to divorce this like burrow movement from this burrow enemy in particular, just so we can reuse it for a mushroom and maybe other stuff. One sec. All right, sorry about that. Some distraction there. So let's mark all the burrower specific stuff with to do. This. These need to be serialized. Not using this. Doesn't seem like I am. Oh no, yeah, I am. What the heck? Yeah, alright, whatever. I don't know why I wanted to do this. I get the math, but why? I guess this is to make it like more dramatic at the beginning, I guess. Weird. It's probably fine to keep that. All this. Oh, this is the wrong thing. Get out of here, Plank Row. So maybe this isn't using. Yeah, no, this isn't using target Y. Going up, his new position is here. How does he? How do you know you're there? Like I have this target thing that I'm never using. How does this work? This no, there's no base class. I I guess this is good enough just based on timers. This is one of those how did this ever even work situations. Oh, I get it. I get it. Okay, so it's not using target Y, but it is using the other thing here. And what it's doing is it's just calculating, okay, you want to go this distance over this duration. This is how much you need to move. This is the rate at which you need to move. As long as I move at that rate for that duration, I get this distance. So we can get rid of this. Okay. I think that's it. So what we need to do now is make like a new script. Call this like borrower base. And then add a new, well, let's just call this borrower. And then add a new, oh, whoops, I hit something I shouldn't have. Borrower, meadow, and also, and why is creating a script? I keep think I'm doing the wrong thing because I'm getting a loading bar. Borrower mushroom. Whatever. So here's the deal. Borrower meadow is just a borrower where we're gonna give him, we're gonna go, I'm gonna close all these things I had pinned from working on platforming. In these instead. Okay. So we're gonna give him a callback, I think. So where's his like state change? Here. We'll put it at the top instead of that. Well, I guess do I want to override or let's do that. Or override, I mean. Which case you go down here. Say protected. I guess these all just state change. Yeah. So let's make that a helper. Private void change state. That's just this block. And from here we can say protected virtual void on change state, and we'll give you the two states. But it's borrow state. Before, after, does nothing in the base class, but here, before, borrow state, for and states, and here we do on state change, on change state, for state. Okay. Oh, I just need to be protected. Good. Yeah. Then this kind of thing, we can move to. We can move to the base class, the derived class, and then we can keep this for as common to then benefit from the mushroom. So we need to override this. We're also going to need a helper to get our stuff in awake. Okay. And we have protected override void on awake, where we will get our like static shot nova or something. Yeah. And let's protect it. It's the only instance of destroyer. Yeah, so we're gonna move that as well. Well, I'll leave it as protected. I can just think of situations where I would want it, like pretty often. The mushroom also is gonna want it blocking its shot. Okay. Yeah, private void on shot. Or like do shot. Okay. And then here in change state, we want to go back here. See this. Oh, okay. So we wanted to, this is just saying I want it halfway after my burrow timer. I can move that. Where I will have a late action and do shot delayed. Oh, whoops. Then here we start timer. Oh wait, did I start the timer on that other one? I feel like I did. Where did I use that? Check in version control. Might not be able to find it. Oh yeah, I started. Okay. This update. Yeah, so we also need an on update. I mean, if I have on update, I could also just put this in on update. Then I would have to reschedule my timer here. I'll just make the timer protected and just keep the same check. And well, I was all off by one. I don't even need this. Well, I changed my mind. So this is all the time I waste of just like changing my mind on meaningless design decisions. So we can just say times half. Or I think we start. When whatever state it was supposed to be. Up. Yeah, up. Yeah, I want to make sure that's true. Your state is up. Okay, yeah. I think that's it. Okay, we have to actually go to our borrower now, though, and get rid of borrower and replace it with like borrower meadow or whatever it's called. And now let's hop into the game and see if, ooh, well, we don't even compile. This isn't necessary anymore. And we hope to find some borrowers and ensure their behavior is as before. Bastard. I don't want the rainbow to be in front. Dang, no burrowers. It's the downside of... Should just spawn one in the first level, like I was planning on doing. For the subsequent mushroom guy. Come on, burrower. Be on the lookout for... Oh, there's one. Good. He was not good. He is never coming out of that hole, it looks like. It looks like I accidentally got rid of this decrement. And let's just spawn one into the world. He's up. Down. He moves. Up. Down. Up. Okay, so he's not shooting. Are there any errors? There is one. It's just the dumb sprite particles thing. So let's take a look at our borrower meadow. Possible. Oh, doesn't this need to do this? Anything that I guess that would make it go every time, but change state does call on change state. All right. That was formatted weird. I think it might have been a problem. Let's find out. Oh. Okay. Next question. Does he actually have the new component? Yep. Okay, next question. Is this being scheduled? Oh, I need the ticket. That's why. Maybe it's better to just have these be mono behaviors. I don't know. Benefit of them not being mono behaviors is you don't have overhead associated with them, like parent game objects. It seems like this is right. I don't see any problem with this. Maybe one will reveal itself if you get talking about one spawn in the actual real world. But I don't think so, I don't. So yeah, I think that's actually all we need. Because all we really want... I mean, we have to move some of the fields in there to serialized, so we can edit them between different instantiations of the prefab. Where I guess we probably want the mushroom to like go up and down sooner and quicker. But he is just gonna shoot... Gonna pick a direction, I guess, and shoot a horizontal shot. Ow, that hurt. Do a horizontal shot. Instead, probably at a much faster rate. But we're most of the way there. And I guess focusing on that guy, he seems fine. Okay, so let's follow a similar pattern that we took for the level prefab, where what we're gonna do is find our burrower, put him in the scene, unpack him from his prefab, rename it to mushroom burrower. I'll just give him a different color for now. I have a sprite for him, just not with me. Or, I mean, it's somewhere, it's just not, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? The rest of this is all fine if it's going to be using this sprite. Just need to get rid of this static Nova thing. And replace this burrower meadow with burrower mushroom. And then we go into our burrower mushroom. Well, I guess first let's deal with these common properties. Let's just serialized. Let's serialize. These should not be K's, but whatever. Those values are fine for the burrower, we'll leave them as is, but now for our new guy, we can change the... Oh, I should make this a burrower. And then let's make him just everything quicker. See if we notice a difference. I do notice a difference. He's not working at all. Why is that? So why did he change colors from purple? Kill it. Why is this state machine not running? What are we doing in here that we're not doing there? I truly have no idea. Oh wait, is this? Is the burrow boss? Should be... Is there no burrower? I guess? Is that the case for the burrower? Must be. Yeah. Huh, I don't know if that's right. Maybe that is intended. I don't remember. Burrow enemy, same anim as burrow boss, not using simpler sprite. That's why it looks so dumb. or why it looks weird is because it's the bigger sprite being artificially scaled down. I was wondering why that like looks so small. But that still doesn't answer the question of why it's not moving. Let's go out here. Poor boy. Well, that's not right. Back on Burrow Boss. That's always a weird color, at least. I don't know. I think I just gotta step through it. Unless there's a crash. But it doesn't seem like there is. Oh, because I'm defining update. Can't do that. It would override the base class. I think. Let's see. Yeah, up, down, move, up, down. Cool. Yeah. I mean, it's faster. It's what we expect pretty much. All right. So let's add to our boy here. You shoot, or it's like shoot specific direction. Shoot static, I guess. Where's Burrow? Burrow projectile will duplicate. We will get rid of hash break, make it not glow, but make it like purple. Probably get a different sprite long term. Gravity scale of 0. Enemy attack no world. Gravity scale of 0. And we don't need this world box. Hitting player health. This is just like a spawn and death animation is fine. This is fine. And the rest of this is all fine. Okay. Oh wait, I guess it doesn't need physics, it's gonna need movement. Well, let's give it physics, whatever. It's fine, it can be physically based, but still go in one direction. And we'll rename this mushroom projectile. Bop, 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 bop. Mushroom projectile, enemy, blah, blah, blah. I think that's it. Let's head back over to our mushroom burrower and give him a project in assets. And I don't think you should shoot yet because we haven't set up anything to trigger it. So now here and here on awake. we actually want to copy this with just a different shoot, if I'm being real. Make it go later. Technically, I can make this more general. I think there's a common shoot interface I could use here instead. But it's fine. I'll just make a note of it. If have more burrow shooters, could be even more general. I shoot turkey spawn shoot interface. What direction? I guess I just want to shoot in the direction of the player. So that would be bar if GSM platform dot s player dot transform dot position dot x is greater than my transform dot position dot x. That means he's to the right of me. So we can say bool the player to right is this. And then we say shoot the player to right, vector to right, else vector to left. And then I guess here, I actually probably want to make this decision right now. I mean, at the point where we burrow up. So, set a Q face facing and facing. Facing. And this should be Q spawn I shoot. Or no, Q spawn whatever it was. Is it? Static. Let's make sure my guy actually has a facing, which he does. Cool. Here's what we do. We'll change state. We'll get the player to the right here. And then we'll set our, I keep hitting page down. And facing, that's set facing to be player to right, facing right, else facing left. And then we'll like commit to that being our direction at this point, and then later we'll just use him facing dot facing left, left, right, same deal. Okay, what do we expect our guy to do now? We expect him to, as he starts rising, face in the direction of the player, and then 75% of the way through him being up, shoot a bullet in the direction of the player. So let's see if that works. He did not shoot. Let's go to this side of him. Does he flip? No, he did not flip either. What is happening? We only have player dust particles as a crash, so there's not a crash in our new sprite. And he does have burrower mushroom. Maybe it's just, let's see if he's trying. Did try to shoot. Oh, he shot. It's just too slow. I'm just too slow and small. I'm not noticing it. Okay. Get the game object back. Okay. Yeah, let's give that some torque. Up to 3 units of torque, I guess. Say torque is equal to random not range negative random torque to k random torque. Torque. And let's make our thing slightly bigger. It's because it's missing the outline bit. Let's just add the outline bit actually. Enemies, I guess. Yeah. And still give it this. Just make it a darker purple. We make it not on the glow. Okay. Because of the spawn animation, it takes too long to appear. So we probably also want to get this in offset, like in the opposite direction. So that would be const float a offset amount. Let's try 0.5. So if we're facing left, it would be negative, or no, positive, okay, offset amount. Else, the negative version of this. Better, but I don't think it's enough. Also, yeah, let's make it full size. Make it too big. Oh. Maybe I was in prefab mode though. So where's my torque? Oh, does this not have a rigid body? That's possible. Oh, it does. It definitely, maybe this just isn't enough torque. Oh, I want it to be impulse. Okay, let's just go back a little bit more, and then I think it's good enough. What if you make it like really dramatic? What is it? Really, we just should make this its own animator. even, is this offset happening? I don't think so. Get rid of this. Let's add a node. I'm not confident that was actually working, so I'm not going to leave the code in there. And I also don't want to get stuck on this. I can add the one other guy on my static shooter. This would be my burrow shooter. Let's add a node. Mushroom burrower variant. Mushroom burrower variant. Projectile. Spawn anim too slow. It travels some distance before it is grown to a visible size, which makes it look wrong, weird, with how it's shot out horizontally. But yeah, generalizing that burrow class solves some of our problem. And it might be useful again in the future. But what time we got? 8:46. All right, yeah, we will. This last thing should be pretty easy. We're just gonna make a guy who like roughly shoots at the player if they're nearby with like a lob dash breaking shot. So I guess first, just like a last thing, let's save our mushroom burrower, and then we're gonna drop in mushroom burrower again, unpack it just as a starting point. Prefab, unpack. Let me get some other, I guess the color isn't gonna stick, but just for organizational purposes, mushroom shooter. Get rid of his burrow movement. Get rid of this, I think, because I think I want to use shoot target. Okay, we need a timer to do that, I guess. Shoot target and a target. Okay. Utard range acquire. We are looking for player health. Range 10. This isn't necessary. That is. Now we can add shoot target. Let's try using our same mushroom prefab. We'll shoot every half second just to get started with here. I want this to have physics. But I guess I would have to probably update my target range acquire code to like do the arc toggle, you know, instead. Wow, he's blasting me though. Alright, let's just let's get started on that. Maybe we won't, I don't know, we can, how hard is it to do that math? I don't think it's that hard. Oh, let's see. I don't think it's that hard, or famous last word. Anyway, let's open up our mushroom projectile. Same deal, we're gonna Take this as a new variant. Because we want to give it gravity. Hey, we can make it, yeah, get full gravity. Enemy, back. Oh. Okay, so now it has gravity. Let's rename it mushroom gravity projectile, I guess. I need to have not the search view. Packages for some reason. This is not right either. Sources, prefabs, enemies. Yeah. Now let's make it a different color, just for organizational purposes. And then we go to our other guy here, switch that out to the new thing that has gravity. Okay, yeah, so that's the problem I was expecting. Now let's open up our shoot thing. Okay. So here is where we get the vector to the player. But if gravity is at play, we will not have a straight shot. We need to basically like do the little quadratic equation, right? Where the acceleration is gravity. Is there any way to... I wonder if there's a way to just approximate that. I think that's what we should try first. Let's try serialized field private vector 2 and bank ratio, or we'll say like angle ratio. 1 by default. Then we will take our delta and turn it into shot-dir by doing angle ratio times delta normalized. Normalized, normalized. Now let's try this instead. We can say this is rotated there. This is for multi-shot, like I'm doing a cone. It's fine. Okay. It's like, you know, technically I could say, okay, you're 3 units away, so gravity is -10. So what angle do I need to shoot at to get it? But it doesn't have to be perfect, right? And I bet if I just tell him to bank his shot up a little by like icing Y a little bit here, it'll be a lot better. I don't know, let's see. 2, maybe not enough. It probably needs way more force as well. Let's put up to 12 and make it even more up. So I don't know, some are the like, oh, I get it. If I'm below him, it is like just smashing it into the ground. That's not actually what I want. You can maybe just say if angle ratio is not 1, Because we can take 1 to mean like, okay, just shoot in the exact direction you got, which might be down. But if you're using the angle ratio, you're probably trying to do the bank shots, and we'll just say shotter dot y less than 0. Let's say if it's 1, not 1, and shotter dot y is less than 0, then shotter times equals and make it to 1, -1. Just flip it back up. If I make it really extreme, I'm not getting the behavior I hope for, I'll be honest. So we might, the end of this just might be, we probably do need to calculate our bank angle. It's pretty decent. Yeah. I mean, like, I can bake this into a prefab and call it, I get like extreme. So it's 50 now. I don't know. That's like kind of what I want. I just have to turn down the random angle a lot too. And now with the random angle, I think was biasing it more than I thought. I can make it more reasonable. I don't know. This is okay. I think as a polish step, we would probably want to make this better, but like this is roughly what I wanted. I got a note. Call it done. New angle ratio bank shot is fine for now, but polish should probably have a better calc. All right, and then we will save our mushroom shooter as a new. Well, let's put his shot rate back to like something that would be normal to encounter. Let's say like 1 plus or minus 0.2. So he'll shoot anywhere from every 0.8 to 1.2 seconds. Oh, and we should also those changes here. Or that's not the same. 1 to 30, random angle of only 2, and we can probably reduce the shot speed as well a bit. How's that look? I think we need a little bit more shot speed, but close enough. And this has the same problem where, because it's using the same spawn estimation as the other guy that starts a lot slower, it's less of a problem for that. But for this, it's growing so slowly that it makes it feel like by the time you can really see it, it's like at this weird offset from the guy who actually created it. So we'll just add a note about that as well. Note or I guess this also applies to static shoot using gravity projectile. Okay, I think we can call this done though. Probably won't get started on the mushroom boss stuff because it's got 9 o'clock here. But I'll jump through just looking through any problems we might have introduced and talk about moving forward. So with these platforming controls fine-tuned a bit, my next step would be to improve the level design here, where it feels too samey, it feels too uninteresting. These little platforms, if I put anything on them, I can only really put one thing on them. And even then they feel like kind of crowded. Like this is not a safe place to be when it has one single burrower enemy on it. I guess the specific location I'm at. Point is, I need bigger platforms and I need more variety in how the system spawns platforms. I think I can accomplish that by first adding walls, because when you add walls, you have now like 2 more options to the matrix, where you can have one that like covers most of the area. So it's like coming out from the left, it would be the only thing, and you'd have to like jump around like this onto a platform here. Uh-oh, I don't want to die. I want to get to a boss. So yeah, because it can go all the way to the wall, because it won't like, I don't have to worry about it blocking the shop. It'll be like integrated to the shop spawning setup. Oh, I should have ledge grabbed there, you bastard. Because it'll be integrated into the shop spawning setup. I have more horizontal space to work with. And I already have more horizontal space to work with to begin with, from zooming out. And we would also take care of the changes to have fewer enemies, but bigger enemies, and maybe increase the player size as well. Although I think with the extended player trail here, it's a lot easier to keep track of the player. That doesn't mean it wouldn't benefit from being slightly bigger, though. Alright, let's get our timing hit in. Cool. Let's see if we can perfect this. Alright, there's a shot. Go now. Alright. Okay, what pattern is he in? He's still in 2 small guys, so he should be safe now. Ah, I went too far. Only 2 more hits. I feel like this guy might have 1 health too many. I'm gonna wait for that to pulse. That seemed like a double. I am still not entirely sure what is causing these doubles sometimes. Oh my god, as soon as I got in there. Oh, and it rains down death on me. Okay. I can jump through one more time. Just talking about the next stuff. So yeah. Next up this week is going to be more fine-tuning of the platform controller, but the big focus will be improved level design. That's also going to apply to the vine. We're going to have more variety of vine. It's going to be more integrated into the level. I think for the side walls, we're going to use those like brown thorns we use to indicate invisible walls in boss levels. With maybe some like alcoves jutting out like here to connect to shops. Should help shops look like a bit more integrated into the whole scene. Also checks the problem up. You can just jump out of the side of the map right now. So like I just trust people would not want to do that, but that's still like not a great experience. Let's throw in those walls. Yeah, so that just like a more involved engine, more types of things that can be spawned, more types of layouts I mean, and just the platforms can be bigger, so more can be going on with them. They can be more diverse. If there are fewer enemies, but they're bigger, enemies can be a little bit smarter, a little bit more impactful. I've talked about wanting to implement, what's the word, flocking separation behavior for the chickens. The rats maybe could be a bit smarter and not jump to their deaths. Maybe they'd patrol the platform they're on. Oh, we didn't get the revenge against Burr, where we got a rat boss. Uh-oh. Yeah, so level design is the next step. I think with the platform fine tuning and the level design improvements, that'll make the base game from a gameplay perspective in a solid, like, ready to test and get feedback on state. And then the next like little mini week-long milestone I want to do after that is just visuals. Stuff like lighting, I think, be pretty low-hanging fruit to improve visuals. I want to keep using glow, but I'm relying too much on glow right now. It looks bad on certain platforms. It causes visual artifacts. If I had ooh, is that a bug? I saw myself not grounded. Aha. Interesting. Yes. If you dash, you jump at the last second of dash, will not do the jump, but will move you into jump anim and mess up grounded check. It's nice to get caught a bug there at the end. Also, oh, I remember, yeah. That might be why the thing was moving in the other boss level. Because when you unpause, it tells the camera to start following you again, but you actually don't want the camera to follow in boss levels. That's a known issue. You can see above where there is no, the tile map runs out. But yeah, that's, as a part of the level design, I will do more on the woods, but the woods will kind of fall in both, where it'll be part of level design, it'll be part of the visual improvements, because we'll be like doing some different types of tiles in the woods and stuff. So the woods should come as a part of these next 2 to 3 week milestone as well. Yeah, so that's going to be it for me for tonight. Thanks for tuning in if you did. Check me out on social media, all the places, Quiet Bench Zen. And 2 to 3 weeks, the playable version is coming. Look forward to sharing it with everybody. I look forward to hearing your feedback so I can make it better and end up at something decent enough to hopefully be worth people's time. Anyway, that's it for me. Have a good night.